Morning. Welcome to the Pick-A-Dee Pick Show. I'm your host, Anvil. As usual, I dedicate this to my boy, Jerry, up there in the big playing field in the sky. Hope you all had a good holiday. Hope you got what you want from Santa. I, for one, I did. I'm now the proud owner of a Miss Pac-Man machine. One of these days, I'm going to tell a story about how important Miss Pac-Man really is to me. Um, some of the stories involving how I went about playing Miss Pac-Man at different arcades and other settings. But let's just jump right into this ticket. Yesterday was a really big day for me. My brother came down, wanted me to put in a ticket on the Saints Vikings game. I put Kamara on top, and we know how that turned out. I had Irv Smith in there. We did all right, made 3 times our money. Meanwhile, one of our other friends bet the under in that game, and well, he got smoked. And for the gamblers out there, you got to start looking at fantasy a little more seriously because you put up $40 on the under, and the best you're going to do is make $40. We put up 50, and we times it by 3, 150. So something to think about. It's better payoff. More fun. You get action on both sides. You want scoring, unless your defense is what you're looking at, and then of course you don't want scoring, but that's kind of obvious. Sporting a new Seattle hat here, courtesy of my dad. We were there when they were formed, and my dad's from Seattle. I spent a lot of time up there. Someday I'll tell you some stories about Seattle, what I used to do up there. But today I'm going to tell you the story about making this ticket work. So, in another Christmas miracle, I had a voucher because, as you can see, your boy's got 92 cents. And, for me, I get a kick out of being down and somehow getting back up. So I checked my vouchers this morning, and there happened to be a voucher for the games that I wanted to talk about, which is basically the early Sunday games. I have some tickets going today on Saturday. I'm not real thrilled with them. I don't think there's really good matchups. I try to stay away from it. Remember, the professionals, it's sometimes boring. They don't bet every game. And sometimes they bet games that they have an advantage, and that's the only reason they're betting it. And the same can be said for fantasy to some degree, especially when it comes to single games. Sometimes the games you don't care about, Cleveland at the Jets. That's a good single game where you can really suss out what's going to happen in that game. But, looking through spreads as I do, our biggest spread for the Sunday slate is the Atlanta KC game. They're going to be expected to put up 53.5 points. Biggest spread. Chargers Broncos 49 points. The Dallas Philly game is 49.5. Thought about going with Jalen Hurts. I'm sure he's going to do all right, but I think they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit more. And right now, Mahomes doesn't have his normal running back. I don't think that's going to bode too bad for them, but I think it bodes well for Mahomes. So we're going to start by framing our ticket by putting in Mahomes. I know Tyreek Hill is a little banged up, as we can see here. And I'm not going to reach on Christian McCaffrey. I don't even know if he's going to play. I had him in my season long, and he played 3 of 13 games. So I wasn't exactly thrilled by that. So let's see if he goes in as quarterback. All right. So we got that in. We blew our budget. Our average player is down to 6,300. I don't like that. I'm going to look at some other things here. The Browns, Baltimore, kind of expensive. We already know we need to save some money. We could get down into the Houstons. The Rams, really, seriously, they're that high on the list. I just personally don't see that. Eagles, I think, Well, what I really like is I like Chicago. They have to win the game, and their defense, when asked to step up, often steps up. And they're playing a team that's basically in the Lawrence pool right now. I don't know if Jackson's just going to roll over, but I think they're going to be less motivated. So I want him in there. Got him. Yeah, there we go. The Bears are in there. Let's go over our tight end, get that out of the way right now. Some expensive names up there. And I don't really see anything in these expensive names that really jumps out at me. Logan Thomas, could be a good play. We're going to keep scrolling down here. Ah, there we go. Hooper. Saving a lot of money on Hooper. He's 1,200 below our average, or 1,400 below our average, excuse me. And the Jets are just piss poor against tight ends. Well, they're piss poor against everything. So I'm going to put him in because I like the money that we're saving right there. Look at that. All right. Now, let's get into the meat of the matter here, some running backs. Chubb, I think they're going to be throwing. I'm all over Montgomery already. I have to have Montgomery, and I have to have Sanders. Not going to compromise there. I don't want to do it. We're going to try to save some money. Try to come back for, I don't know, an Eckler if we could reach it. But, we got our average up a little bit. That's good. Let's start looking at our running backs. Montgomery, by the way, I'm over Montgomery because Jacksonville's given up 4.6 yards per carry. They've given up 16 touchdowns and 5 100-yard rushing games. Sanders, Dallas has one of the worst run defenses. If we could squeeze in Bernard, I'd like to squeeze in Bernard, but I think Bernard was kind of high on this list, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. Bernard is not high on this list. Le'Veon Bell is going to be running for KC. Giovanni Bernard right there. 6,000. McKissick 5,800. So we're gonna keep those two names in mind for our flex, which means we're gonna have to save on the wide receiver. That's just what you got to do. Not gonna be able to get your Metcalfs, your Ridleys. Ridley's gonna have a pretty big game. Cook should do all right. Some of these top names, they're gonna do okay. Javaris Landry's gonna do all right. I think we're going to put in Landry. He's going to be a possible pull if we need to make some room. Gage is going to be out there. He's definitely a good play, but I really am looking a little bit lower here. Patrick, he comes through. Hardman, Sammy Watkins. There we go. Now we're talking. If Hill's banged up, Hardman or Watkins are going to see a lot of action. And I've heard Hardman's the start. So Hardman's going to go in. And I got one more cheap guy down here. And I'm not seeing him. Look at that. There's a few guys that have come through for us before. Maybe I went by him. Yeah, I must have gone by Coty. Because Coty can't be that low. He's gonna be involved in the play. Daryl Mooney's a guy I was hot on at one point, and he's had some good games lately. Well, why am I not? Oh, Gallup. Oh, there's Coty. He's 6,100. He's a bit. I like that position he's in though. What do we got? We got 6,800. We got to do our flex. Let's jump over to our flex here because I want to bang this out of the park. Bernard's going up against Houston, and they give up the second most running back points. So you think, okay, that's a place to look. Let's go over to running backs here. Make it a little bit easier on myself to find him. Ooh, Eckler. He could have a big game. Yeah, Hilaire out. Le'Veon Bell. Bernard, 6,000. He's below our average. I like that. McKissick would save us some money, too. Carolina's got a decent defense. 25th. I've rolled with McKissick before, and I like that. I really like him, and I like him at home. So, we're going to go with McKissick, and that's going to give us a little bit more money to spend at the wide receiver position here. So, what do we got? We got 7,900. Look at that. We can reach a Metcalf. But again, he's, going up against a tough defense. Woods is going up against a piss-poor defense. Wow. Allen Robinson, he's got an axe to grind, but, that little questionable hamstring, those are the kind of things that always worry me. Schuster. Juju. I like Juju. Robert Woods. Wow. He's actually worth quite a bit. Julio's out. We can't quite reach the Ridleys. But, sometimes you just play the good player. But see, the Rams are going to throw everything at Metcalf. They're going to throw everything at Metcalf, aren't they? That's going to be their thing. So that makes me think it's Lockett, but then you get burned doing that. Let's see. Wow, this is like riches here. You know what? I like Woods. Seattle, as much as I love them, man, they just can't stop a pass if they tried. So we're going to put in Woods right there. Double check my list here. Ooh, but, we've already got Hardman. We already got Hardman there. So I'm thinking we don't want to pull Austin for Kelsey. And we can't, I don't think we could save enough money to get ourselves. You know what? I think I'm going to try something else. Let's dip a little bit here. We're going to zig and we're going to zag, I think. Not 100% sure. I think we're going to zig and zag right here. We may do something very interesting. Let's see here. Not seeing a lot of names that I really like. So let's do this. Well, because I'd love to step up from McKissick. But you know what? That's where I always get into trouble. I tend to just overthink the damn thing. I really do. It's going to be Woods. Got to get a top flight wide receiver in there. There you go. And it looks like I'm okay. Yeah, $600 remaining. That's always a good sign. That means I picked it based on players, not just money. That to me is important. Running it to zero is not always the best way. And one final tip, if you're doing the single games, don't always assume that the quarterback needs to be on top. A lot of times putting the quarterback on top is just death. Look at the New Orleans game yesterday. Breeze did nothing. Cousins was okay, but, it was Kamara. And oftentimes it is going to be that pass-catching running back that you want up there. Well, there's your ticket. I hope y'all get something out of this. I hope we all win. And, I believe I'll see you in the new year. Laters.